Hi everyone, I'm going to do a demo video for you of restorative core. So this is just, I'm going to demonstrate each exercise on each side about 6 times. So I won't go through a whole typical set, just follow the set as it's listed in your workout, but this is what we're doing. So we're going to start this restorative session with your inchworms. And on these, I want you to focus on keeping your back flat so that you're getting a good stretch in your hamstrings. The alternative is to round your back a little bit more and get a stretch more in your back, but we're going to focus on the hammies today. So ordinarily, you would go across the floor and keep coming up, moving like an inchworm, but if you don't have a lot of space, you can always do them in place too. So you're going to reach your hands all the way up, walk it out, keep your back flat, and walk it back in, and come up. And you can turn them around, arms up, hands down, keep your back flat, all the way to a plank, and walk it right back up. So you're gonna do those across the whole space that you have, or do them about 10 of those in each direction. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a stability ball. If you don't have a stability ball, you can use a step. This one has a weight in it and it doesn't always stay. Sort of a balance exercise here. You're going to have one foot on the ball behind you. Give yourself a little bit of distance there. Hop forward so that your thighs are in line. You're going to reach up while keeping balance. Keep a slight bend in your knee. Stretch down. Do these nice and slow. You want to focus on that balance. You should feel this in your glutes. Just back up to a Y shape. Okay, I'm going to switch sides so you can see what the outside looks like. Again, keeping a little bit of distance. This will be easier with a stair. I can't get the ball position. Up, arms in a Y shape, slight bend in your knee. You're just going to kind of swan dive down, feeling that in your glute. Try to find a focal point in front of you that's not moving, that you can keep looking towards, if that helps you with your balance. If you really want some more edge, then close your eyes. Okay, the next thing we're going to do are side lying shoulder rotations. So this is just to help you kind of stretch out your upper body and get a nice big stretch in the side of your leg as well. So we're going to lay down. Hopefully you can see this okay. Take one leg. Your lower leg should be straight out. Your upper leg should be extended. Put your arms in a T to start. Get your upper leg basically parallel to your arms in a T. So you should already be feeling that stretch in your hip. Take your arm on the same side as the leg that's crossed over you, and you're just going to sweep it across your body all the way forward, get a stretch, and over and above. Follow it with your head. Reach out all the way up, over and above. Reach out, all the way up, over and above. We're going to switch sides. Keep those arms in a T. You should feel that stretch right through here and a little bit in the back of your glute as well. Hold your arm in, stretch over. Try to keep your head on the floor, but let it rotate with the arm. Look all the way to the other side. Stretch out. All the way to the other side. And last time. Again, you'll do these more like 8 to 10 rotations, and you'll do this workout 2 to 3 times too, depending on how much time you have. The next thing you're gonna do are our scoots. So this helps engage your muscles, it engages your upper abdominal muscles. If you feel them cramping at all, take a second and kind of give them a rub. Sometimes if you are recently postpartum or have a more permanent diastasis, this can bother those muscles initially, but it also strengthens them. So you want to just be careful if you feel any pain or any kind of cramping, just take a second and kind of rub your abdominal muscle. So you're going to hold your hands in fists. If you want to use a weight, I would suggest trying this first without one. Bend your knees ever so slightly, and then you're just going to scoot forward like this. Using your hips to guide, not your feet. So kind of use your hips to guide you, and your abs, or your sit bones to guide you, and your abdominal muscles, and then let the feet just kind of follow as a product of the movement. So keep scooting forward. This is also good practice if you have a very persnickety little baby that doesn't let you do a lot, and you're on the floor and you need to scoot somewhere and be able to get up while holding your child. So this is a good, very practical exercise. The last thing we're going to do is something that you probably all have seen before, have done before. It's going to be your 30-30-30 planks. So you're going to start in a side plank on one side. You're going to hold for 30 seconds. Now, if you want to do any modifications, your knee down is perfectly fine, especially if you're recently postpartum or pregnant. Just make sure that you're pulling up from that side and keeping your arm outstretched all the way. Other modification would be to lift your leg. Your next 30 is going to be here. Modification for recent postpartum or pregnant, you can either cut this down to 10 to 15 seconds, or you can do a bear crawl hover. This can also serve as your plank. Knees are just about an inch above the floor. And finally off to the other side. And then to close this out, just doing some stretching in downward dog and coming into child's pose whenever you're ready. And that's it.